Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're doing a somewhat different video. We're going to be talking about the new Ice Age movie that released on Disney Plus, The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, or I'm just going to, from now on, just refer to it as Ice Age 6. Since it is the sixth film of the Ice Age series, I'm going to call it Ice Age 6. Um, so first up, let me just first off by saying I personally am not a fan of the Ice Age movies. I'm more of a casual viewer. Like, if you understand, I'm pretty sure you understand. I'm a casual viewer of the Ice Age movies, and I've loved them since I was little. At one point, Ice Age 4, I think, once held the title as my favorite movie. I Even now, though, looking back, it has a lot of flaws, especially compared to its counterparts, like the third, second, and first. But it's still a decent movie. I mean, it's not my favorite. Like, this was before I was into Godzilla, mind you. But so we come to this movie, and right out the gate, I can say that it's not really okay. People are bashing this thing left and right, or like up, down, and all over the place on the internet. People are saying this movie sucks. People are saying this movie stinks. The animation's garbage. The voice acting sucks. Let me just start by saying that I get what they are saying. Do I agree with them? That's a little bit of a difficult answer. Let me explain. Right out the gate, I can say that it is jarring and off-putting to see that so many things have changed with this movie. And that's actually what this whole movie's about. Change. There's like a subtle theme, especially at the beginning and end, about changing things. And even though that I feel like Disney should probably have a thing or two about that sort of message, uh, it's like just all about change. Like, you can't just stick with the same thing over and over. So basically, my thoughts are that it has a good message to it about like moving on and just changing things up. But I genuinely feel like the overall execution of this movie was a bit eh. Like, don't get me wrong. For one thing, I'm gonna start with a positive. The jokes in this movie are amazing. Honestly, there's a lot of visual gags. They made me chuckle, but they're nowhere near Scrat level. And that's another thing that's going to be off-putting is the lack of some characters. There's no Peaches. There's shockingly no Scrat, which if I remember correctly, it's because Disney doesn't own Scrat anymore. I think like there was some sort of lawsuit battle, and then apparently the original creator of Scrat won that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig into that one more, but there's a lot of characters from the previous films missing, and you only get the main ones aside from Scrat himself. Will Scrat ever appear in a future Ice Age movie? Maybe if they work out some sort of deal with the current creator, or unless Disney still owns it, but maybe like partially rights or something. I'm not sure what's up, but either way, that's like a topic for another thing entirely. The animation has gotten a significant downgrade. Like collision course, for as controversial and negatively appealed as that movie is, it's still visually stunning. It's still amazing to look at. This movie, however, it looks more on par with the first two movies. And even then, the second movie was really good, and the first one was 20 years ago. And I understand that this movie had a significantly less of a budget compared to the other movies, and this was just slapped on Disney Plus just for the sake of it. But I really do think this should have been when this sort of thing should have had a bigger budget and sent to theaters. I know that would have been really bad, but if they really wanted like a maximum profit with this movie, like I generally feel like this should have had a bigger budget and went to theaters because even though Collision Course, from what I hear, only did like half of what the previous two movies did, it still managed to at least satisfy the box office. Because I think it was like 400 million, just shy of 500 compared to a budget of like 150 million. That's pretty good. Granted, it's not what they were hoping for because I think the previous ones made like 800 million, just shy of 900 million. But if you send this one out to theaters, that might get people reeled back in because it's bringing back a fan favorite character, Buck. Even though Buck was in the fifth film, I feel like going back to the whole dinosaur area would have been much more appealing than just having Buck show up to the surface world or the Ice Age. But in a sense, I definitely do think that also the voice acting, it's a bit jarring to hear a lot of voices change. Why do they change everybody but Buck himself? It's weird of a bit. That's a bit of a weird choice. Once again, that's just my perspective. Overall, what did I think of the movie? It was definitely hilarious. The animation kind of got the job done. It's there, but like we went from Collision Course to this, and even though it's on a streaming service, that kind of makes it a bit odd to say that it's an upgrade when in reality it's not. So I feel like this should have had a bigger budget and went to theaters. Also, should have been longer, I feel like. Or maybe just a little bit longer. It felt a little too short for me. But that being said, that's my overall general thoughts on the movie. Maybe you guys might like it. I personally did, but I feel like I could have liked it a bit more if they went a little bit more, I guess, extreme with it. Anyways, I'm going to rate it probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everyone.